Hello everyone, welcome to the Gopherwatch League semifinals, one day before the grand finals. We have the St. Michael Hawks versus the Rialto Ringers. I will be your caster and producer for our master, joined here by Paige. Hello, Paige.
Hello, Connor. How are you tonight?
I'm doing quite well. You know, I was quick play stacking, having a good old time, and now I'm here to watch some great Overwatch.
Me too. I'm excited for this semi-final matchup tonight. I thought the finals was next week, but it's actually tomorrow.
Yep. Got the watch party as well for those who are close enough to go there, you know. Information about that should be in Gopherwatch League announcements. So, if you're interested in showing up, there it is for you. This should be really interesting because the Ringers are the 5th seed, I believe. The Hawks at the 1 seed. So the Ringers the lowest seed left. I mean, there's not many teams left, only 3. With the Cantaloupes moving on last time, being over the Athens Axolotls. So it's basically both these teams, their next opponent is the Cantaloupes, which is a pretty tough opponent, especially with how well they've been playing and how often they scrim. And
They do scrim a lot.
Yeah, and we will be going in. First map is Nepal. What do you think? What do you expect to see here?
Actually, I don't know who ZXP is. Is that Hefe?
That is Poke.
Oh, that's Poke. Oh, okay. I think. Whoa, I haven't really been following either of these teams. Also, this is my first time officially casting.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Zerglin does like to run the Doomfist quite a lot, I believe, on control maps. Both teams coming out with their Brawl, advancing over onto the Zarya character. You can probably carry on a bit more, I think, for raw damage output, but nope, debated. Back to the D.Va.
Yeah, I think Fancy is better on the D.Va. They're also a very good off tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be exciting to see. Almost a mirror matchup.
Keep in mind, I believe Fancy was nominated for the MVP, and you do have Invictus staying on this Symmetra as they come up here. Both teams just select the Brawl. The Hawks do have this high ground already, but they have to keep rotating so they don't get matched into this Brawl war. Slightly, Poke should advantage the Hawks with this, but you do have the TP punch coming in, but does not find one. But the pin, as the lamp breaks, it is able to find off Invictus. The punch still going in as Poke falls dangerously low, but does have the lamp there to stay up, and they should be able to clean this up as they get capped. But Poke, once again falling dangerously low, is able to be kept up by the only ball. You're now forced to back, and he does fall. First fight going to the Ringers.
Yeah, I'm actually. Does Invictus play Sim? I feel like he's more of a, Ash Pew Pew type of.
He is mostly plays hit scan, but I believe most hit scan players are able just to flex to the Sim. But you do have Invictus now swapping over to the Mei, which is an interesting pick with HV onto the Hanzo as well, looking for these picks. And Zerglin will probably look to punch in here with this team as they try and get in. Ball is submitted by the Hoimanoy, but Shatter finds 2. He gets another with the hammer swing. Very well done by Poke.
Why do you struggle against your fate?
And
yeah, that was a good usage of ults. Just using, the Sim wall to.
Fancy does reset, dies late there. The issue with how fast these fights are going and how quickly these picks are coming in is that the ult build up from the DPS of the Hawks is not really there quite yet. You almost have Meteor Strike, you have both windows, and neither Lucio are really that close to beat. Surge should look to punch in, but they are walled off, so they do get the free rotation. But punch engage should be here soon, I would think. Nutier's trying to look for aggression. Window is used. Punch engage is there. Does not find anything. The lamp is down from Withering. And they are on. They use wall to try and get up to the high ground. Does not find anything. And the shatter is something. I didn't see how big it was. But you saw this TP, so you just saw this Doomfist on high ground. But you see the pin from Nuttier does find Hefe. But Poke is close to another shatter if he wants to commit it here. Does find Nuttier, and Zerglin does find 2 as well. Bomb is also committed. And he's still with his ult if he so chooses to use it here, but I don't think they will. This is looking like a pretty good points from the Ringers here against the ranked 1 St. Michael Hawks. Yeah, not much the pace of these fights don't really allow the ringers to the Hawks, excuse me, to build up their ultimates. And I just realized why I'm confused, because they are not on the right sides.
Yeah, the higher seed should be on the left, right? Anyways, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they switched early. Both HV and Invictus. Or was HV on the Hanzo to start off?
He started something else I do not remember. But he did swap.
Well, I thought they would have maybe done better if they had stayed on for another fight, see how it goes, instead of switching, try to build some ult. But,
perhaps. And you do see their double shield swap, because gonna concede point here pretty early, and you do see Invictus swapping onto this Tracer, trying to get it maybe around some poke damage, as the turrets do get set up on point pretty early here. Jerkling trying to mark Invictus on the back line. Hoimino is still on this symmetry. Gonna be able to build up beam really quickly, as you see poke going in really aggressively. Does get break stunned, but the aggression and the ability just to run down with this fully charged sim just melts these tanks. You still have HV's looking to find maybe a pick to try and trade off, but he's just building all charge at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Hawks can do.
They kind of just gotta wait to get a bit of poke here. They gotta try and space themselves out pretty well so they can't get ran on as efficiently. It's kind of hard when you're running into the brawl.
Sorry. I kind of want to see some pocketing Invictus with the Mercy and see that could get them some fight wins.
Dragon is used, but they just walk right past it with that Lucio speed boost. You have the window committed as well as and the lamp as Reinhardt falls very, very low. The point does get flipped in favor of the Hawks. Invictus does fall though, almost to his pulse, but once again the quick swap back to control of the ringers. And late kill onto a few late kills, and the pulse is used as well, trying to catch or pick, but it's not quite there. I would think you would see Invictus swap here now. Perhaps Invictus does swap to the onto the Ashe. More ranged poke, but it's gonna be a bit difficult trying.
Got it again. Back to the Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean the main issue is that the ringers are just playing their tempo very well. They're just able to go in really quickly, and you do see it shatter perhaps, but he's stunned. He still does get the shatter off, even though he gets stunned as he TPs. And you do see another clean fight. HP does find Nahoiminoi, but he dies after, and it's gonna be a pretty tough recontest here. They have a lot of ults, but they need to get someone to touch.
Yeah, I would like to see them start, or maybe go with the Flux Dragon combo, but both sides do have a lot of ults.
I mean, the main thing here is they need to try and touch with Hefe Bomb. He can probably zone them off high ground if he decides to use it early. There's the bomb, and there's the bomb, and the Flux. It might catch Fancy, but there's all the Qs being pressed, but the aggression once again is just able to get into their face. Poke does fall, but Fancy's trying to secure these kills. Let's get them. It does look like this point will go in favor of the Hawks finally. They still have Noon and Rally. And on the opposite...
That was a good fight for the Hawks. Fancy almost had his ult. Almost has their ult again. And they only used, Dragon? Well, I guess they used 3 ults, but...
Yeah, they also used Window, I believe. They used 4 ults, but they do get point cap. But you do have the Sim Wall to probably go in here. And once again, Sim Beam can ramp up on these shields very, very quickly if they're not careful. Also, maybe a TP play as well. I would like to see them try and rally a bit early here to try and live off of this. You see the TP onto point, and Raz does fall early. Able to get that rally out.
Oh no. The Razzie got picked.
And once again, the Sim Beam is just ramped up so efficiently, able to just melt through all these players. And that will be
I agree. I think they needed to rally earlier and not get picked off. Poor Raz, but Yeah, that was the Hawks map pick, right? And they got 2-0, so
Yeah.
where do you think they're gonna go next?
I think they want to play something that has more range, because I feel like if they can prevent this coordinated rush from the ringers, they'd be a lot better off, especially with Invictus on maybe his signature Ash. So perhaps Blizzard World, if they can, especially second point, there's a lot of space for him to use. Other than that, perhaps Watchpoint if they don't think that the dive from the ringers is that much of an issue, but you do possibly run into Nahoim and running on his signature Genji character.
Yeah, it's maybe Namani as well. That would also probably be a good pick for them. But yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I think they need play to.
I have no idea why I said Watchpoint. That's not the correct map type.
Yeah, I would like to definitely see some Invictus Ash, with the Mercy Pocket. I think, in previous matches, that's been really, really strong for them. Oh, Whiplash was on the bench. Oh, is ZXP Poke?
Yeah, it's Poke. Yeah.
Okay. They're all like the same players to me. No offense, but
I'm gonna guess they said Blizzard World and DM since I didn't see nothing. Alright, now I'm on the right sides. Easy. So you should be able to have Rick just run the more long-range DPS in this case, and I don't know how coordinated their dive is. I've not watched too many of the Ringers games, but if it's as coordinated as their rush, it could run into quite a big of an issue.
Right, I agree.
I have been blackmailed by someone who I cannot name to say, vote Frobble MVP now. Gas up my boy, the GOAT.
I voted for you for MVP, Connor.
Wow, that means a lot, but that's a throw.
Is it, though?
So,
I mean, I think everyone deserves to be MVP. Everyone who played the season. So that doesn't include you, Max or Gage.
I see. I've now been threatened with an Heisenberg gif of, I think that's Heisenberg. That's the guy from Breaking Bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Saying say my name, so I guess it was Booney. It was Booney who threatened me. I'm being threatened by the commissioner. Someone help.
You gotta listen to what the Boon Boon says.
For anyone who wants to see exactly what he said, there's Gopherwatch League General for you.
I'll have to check this out. But yeah, like Fedora was saying, make sure you vote for MVP, whether it's Connor himself or someone else. Yes, and also Hall of Fame.
Make sure you vote Booney for Hall of Fame. He is the founder of the league, after all.
Founder and the commissioner.
And also the best caster.
Best prod.
Yeah, he kind of does the I still find season 3 grand finals when I cast with him. Every single time, he went to show player cams, his Discord would crash, and I'd just be left alone in the caster call.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the grand finals tomorrow night. Hopefully, when is that? 8 p.m.
8 p.m. CDT, I believe.
I should be back from my apartment touring by then. But yeah, it's the winner tonight versus the Cantaloupes. Both, all very good teams.
Looking at the chats here, I'm very intimidated by what Marco is planning. I think they're VOD reviewing right now by the looks of it. I don't want to leak too much, but it's definitely very interesting.
Wait, how can you VOD review in the game?
I don't want to leak too much, but it's definitely interesting what's going on right there.
Wait, you can VOD review in the game? Or do they
I will DM it to you.
computer?
I will DM it to you.
Okay. Caster secrets.
Yeah, caster secret. I don't want any Hawks leaking.
Okay.
I really don't know what's going on there. Very interesting. Never mind, Booney leaked it anyways. Two of the R from the Hawks and Prod, but just waiting for Margaret to finish his quote-unquote VOD review. There we go, going in.
Welcome to Blizzard World. Initiating match.
Alright, so you do have the Hawks starting on their defense, which is probably favorable for the Nash, so we can just stand on either of these high guns. But once again, the tempo set by the Ringers with their rush was, yeah, it's something you really got to be careful for, and you want to make sure you're kiting that as much as possible if you're playing more of a pokey comp. See HV onto the Torb, just onto Pocket Dash, and then double shield is play, and the rush is the response. Once again, this TP run is also very dangerous to get to these high grounds pretty efficiently. You just gotta look for possibly either a Sigma Rock or a Arisa pull, or even an Ash Coach to try and get them off that TP if they try and TP high ground.
Ooh. Mr. HV with the Torp specialist.
The Throbbjorn character. Where does he decide to set up his turret? That is the question.
Where do you set up the turret on this map?
Usually I play it where HV is it really depends on the comp. The early turret I place is where HV is standing. Depending on what they run is where I place it next. But they should be running rush, so that turret should be pretty effective. Only have to worry about the Hanzo trying to get them, trying to break it. So you do see the Hanzo trying to maybe try and find this early pick onto the Ash. As if it just tries to poke. He does fall down off high ground. Should be looking for perhaps a TP here. And so try and walk up high ground, try and deny it from the Ash. They do have him back to the further high ground as well. Fancy just trying to poke in here. It's an early ult charge. Zerglings does fall low, but they come out under. Are they just going to flank behind and just walk up the high ground? I think that's their play here. They're just is there to meet him, and they do find Raz. Has the sideline here, but once again, this TP into their team, once again, not ready for it, and they... HP does find Juan. Actually trying to kill this Ryan. Poke is very, very low. Just needs to try and punch him a few times if he can. He does fall. The Sim Beam is still ramped up and still melting people. And you just have Invictus left alive. He will be tried to be chased here by Hefe and Nohoimonoi, but Raz is there as well to try and get him out. He does find... Oh, this is healing the nick of time to find Nohoimonoi. And Eat My Shirt with a DM saying gaming, and I respond with Castring. Apparently setting your status in Overwatch to busy means nothing. Once again, the TP onto high ground, so it should push him out pretty quickly, but it's just... No, they do get few, and the bomb is used as well to force him onto point. The pin is trying to get him off. And
I really want to see a fake TP strat. Seems like they're just taking the TPs right now.
I mean, if it's working, it's working, right? Because
it is.
They are definitely denying these high grounds.
With the fake TP.
Probably gonna... I think they go to the under area and TP onto high ground from there. Which looks like what they are doing. With the Zergling offing lane from main. Simiflux is used, does catch a few of them, but you do have the beat to respond as well as the lamp. Do they catch the Zergling here? No, he does get the catch speed as well. You do have just Fancy pushing it behind them, but they have just straight... Oh, that TP just absolutely just misses. Zergling does find Fancy though on the flank.
Miscommunication there with the double lamp beat. Probably could have saved the beat for later in the fight.
Hoimino is beamed up here, just trying to melt this Orisa. But he does fall. Card is only now being pushed after all that. So it's still at the choke because they elected to try and secure a fight win instead of pushing card.
Yeah, it's looking really good for the Hawks right now. This has gone Bob again, so can kind of contest which payload if needed.
Dynamite as well, quite massive. Bob is also committed onto their team. Does fall low, but they're just running up high gun. Hopefully they use Shatter here. They do. They find a few of them. But he falls very low as well. Core is also committed. Bob finds one. Core finds one.
Shoot the turret!
Nah, people only shoot turret when I'm playing Torbjorn. I swear. They do. They're pushing card a little bit. They have to be careful because the Symbian is ramped up, but he should fall pretty quickly here without getting much ult charge. Once again, still in the same area, but you do have dragons trying to clear high ground if you so decide. But if you try and push with that, you do have Fancy's Flux and Hoimino also swapping over to the soldier off the sim, so no more TV shenanigans.
Yeah, hopefully they took care of it.
They're also looking just to play point here as well. Dragon on their bunker, but Flux is respond. He falls so low as he tries to Flux. He does get his grasp off and is kept alive.
It's a little late. Interesting.
Card's still being pushed. They have only Valk right now to try and further contest this.
I think Raz has got a Valk to kind of stop. No.
Yeah, Nadia's just being
from pushing.
One on. It is invested by Marco, and their team is just gonna sustain through the rest of this now. I think they need to ult a little bit more proactively there. Bob invested by Invictus. Poke does find low, but they find it eventually.
Nice.
You do find it eventually, but I feel like if you just use... I mean, they did build their ults eventually, but I feel like maybe Raz, just to keep your team... Raz needed to Valk just to keep their team alive during the first part of that fight.
I agree. I think Valk earlier, they kind of gave them a lot of... let them push a card a lot.
They're gonna try to contest this high ground now. Oh nope, they're electing to go low ground again. They have Window and Shatter for this fight. Core should be online pretty soon. They also have Window from Withering as well. Dynamite does land. They're taking a little bit of ult charge for Invictus. They're going all the way around. They're going straight to point from low ground. Just look at this low ground right now. If they had an... Now he's just going to be a lone card. They use Amp to try and run on Nuttier. They got to try and keep him up. Core is achieved and should be committed here. Flux used as well and Window. They use all their ults all at once. Maybe a bit of miscommunication. They do have Bongo and perhaps can charge Bob by the next fight, but it's going to be kind of close.
I mean, I always think that they should, Fab should always use their ult whenever, because we just get it so fast.
Indeed. Hefe does use boosters trying to get this off high ground, but Invictus does find the only ball, the Dynamite and headshot. He has to back off here though as they try and push high ground. Unless they wait, they don't have time to wait. Marco's gonna have to look for a touch here or to speed his team back. They can't wait for this unless Diva has a touch.
Yeah, they got.
Oh wait, C9? No, Hoimoi might look for a C9 here. He's it's a bit too far. He's going for it. Withering is on point. He's on it. They see, Fancy does see. And he should be picked off here. Maybe Window is used on high ground, trying to get off the rest of them. Bomb is used as well. Shatter as well. Does catch Withering. Bomb used as well. Q. And he's being pressed.
Lots of Qs.
Hoimoi does live and finds HP with his ult online as well. There's no supports up just yet, though. Oh, but the double kill.
Oh, wow.
And the Mercy trying to res up the Sigma does get it off. He just needs to try and stay alive. And the Reinhardt from the Ringers, who was Poke on an ult account, does fall. Pretty good hold.
Yeah, that was a very good hold. I thought, given how many ults the Ringers had, that they would be able to take, but then Invictus kind of, coming from behind and, picking up the Ringers. Really good hold for the Hawks.
Indeed. And I think at the start of this fight, upcoming here, I'm going to go in with the comms checks with the Hawks to see what their comms are like. the start of this fight. Gonna stay in here for a little bit longer as we see what they're gonna run and see what they plan around it. Still running double shield, Pocket Ash, and Baptiste. What does HV decide to run? Nohoimanoi also on the Mei. Do they try and hold close here from the ringers then? Like the first arches?
I think so. Depends on what HV. Oh, Hanzo. Okay.
Jeez, Hanzo. So try and get some more extra pick potential. They could also just try and play these corners with Mei while I'm off there, or they can go like first fight, try and hold close. But I do not know what their full game plan is. Harmonoi is sitting up at the statue right now, so they're playing a little bit extra close. Yeah, looks like they're gonna try and close hold. I'm actually gonna go into ringers and see how they calm this. See how they calm this. There's their chat.
Defend objective A.
Where are they going, FA?
Hanzo main, Sigma main.
They're on main.
They're main. With Mei, they've Mei.
Except for wall.
Let's keep being their TNTs. Hey, they're going left, they're going left. Give a look for a wall here.
I'm walling them like halfway through the rotation. Like right now they can get their wall. Go this Hanzo.
Hanzo.
No, don't go at their core, don't go at their core.
Come back, split. Come back. Can we get in the rest of them?
The
Oh,
rest is
Jesus.
one.
No, not 1 HP.
Easy, just place up.
Oh, they've run away. We got back.
Alright, if you guys group together, I can heal you all up at once.
Look at six by himself.
We only have 5,
Yeah, they also.
We don't have speed,
Easy. No more.
I have no shield,
Can we run into it? I'm spinning in. Look for your hat. Can we get in on these guys? I'm still spinning in, we're still pushing.
No, it opens up. We don't want that to
Come back. Come back.
We don't want it to open up.
We still hold on statue. Hold statue still. That's the idea.
As our viewers can see there, pretty good communication from the ringers there, able to just know their limits, able to communicate that with the rest of the team. You can just see how they try and crack this. They kind of just try to surround them as much as possible. Window is used as well. Nuttier might be cut off here. Does invest that, and Bob is used as well. Does catch Marco, and is in the back line. Lamp is used as well. Bob is pinned away, but it looks like it will be a cleanup here by Invictus.
I'm not sure if I really like that window. Kind of only got one angle.
I think it's probably fine if you can force them off there, but if your team was watching for that Bob or anything on the opposite side, it might have worked out a little bit better.
Right.
But unfortunate for them, and you do see the cap going in the favor of the Hawks for that first point. And Invictus finds another one as gets the stall kill on Nohoimanoi, who has his Blizzard up for this next fight if they so choose. Zergian also swapping off onto the Hanzo. Be with the Dragons as well. Anti a bit aggro here. Let's get out and use his flux. Doesn't find much after that. Speed is used to try and run over this Sigma. The Rock is used. I don't think he stays alive here. I think this is going to be a fight win for the Ringers, perhaps. But the Dragon and the Res. Moimano is in the backline, does find HV, and eventually it does get cleaned up in favor of the Hawks.
I'm on fire.
I mean, in the favor of the Ringers, my bad.
Not really.
Let's get you healed up.
Looking at ults here, both tank ults for the Ringers coming up here. Window and Bongo for the Hawks.
Marked by the dragon.
Just see where they want to go. They're looking to go high ground to start here. Maybe trying to force them to engage into them. Maybe windowing after they're engaged, perhaps. But I still gotta be careful of this Hanzo. So good poke from him. Does fall low though. They're wrapping up behind them. Window is invested. Window as well. That's a lot of damage incoming.
Nice.
They have no lamp for that bomb though. Does find 3.
Push the cart.
They do. It's only Marco alive at the moment though. Nohoimanoi forces swap onto Tracer with a shatter and a window trying to contest his Circling almost to his dragons as well. But they gotta look for touch here. HV does find Nohoimanoi. May look to go through their shields here. Possible. There's no shields down. It does find Nuttier, and they're gonna be pushed off here. They got some good progress. Can they catch any of these aggressive pushes though? They have to elect. The Rays has to elect to back up here so they don't get picked off. Nohoimanoi also swapping onto the Widow, trying to outrange on this very, very wide open map. And see, offing on this high ground already. Gotta be careful not to be ran on. He does have flux to get out if he gets ran on though, and they will elect to run on him. But he falls so low so quickly that he won't be able to live. Victus on the flank, though. Does find one, but Raz does fall to Zergling's Sonic Arrow. Promise.
Meat's gotta be set right now.
Another swap from the Nohoi Manoi Maboidradoi. Now onto the Cass.
That would be well. Maybe build up Mercy Valk and see if they can win the next fight.
Yeah, the ults are definitely in favor of the Hawks as they come in here. They're just gonna maybe look to bob from off their high ground. Dragons as well. Flux is used. Flux and Dragon used, but it does find 2 after the lamp is taken out by Invictus.
Lucky.
They have beat to recontest.
Might be it.
There's the flash fan from behind. Nohoi still alive. They gotta try and kill these touchers and watch out for this cast behind. Beat is used, does find majority of his team. Nohoi does fall though. So you do have only ball coming back. Still has the window. Punch in, does find HV, but he does fall right after. And that is a map for the Hawks.
Victory.
Yeah, that was a really nice last fight. Didn't even need the Valk. I think, you know, getting that that Sig ult with the dragon kind of sealed the fight for them and the map win.
Double kill. Double kill.
Ridiculous. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, and they're just able to do a lot more with these more open maps. It would be interesting to see where they go, where the ringers elect to go for their payload map. Probably something to limit these long range angles as much as possible, probably.
Yeah, I think so. It seems like the Hawks are more comfortable with you know, the poke Mercy comp. Although we might see War, you know, War in to play the Lucio.
Real
or
War.
maybe Raz will play the Lucio.
You do see Whiplash going in instead of Hefe. I think Whiplash plays. Actually, I don't remember. I might be confusing them.
I think Whiplash.
I honestly don't know.
Looks like they kind of play both tanks. A lot of Roadhog.
Oh no. Not again.
Roadhog, sorry, and Diva. Top 3.
Be interesting to see if Margaret decides to screen share again and try and strategize.
Yeah, escort maps. In favor of the ringers. Let's see.
There's not much in the way of rush when it comes to escort a lot of the
not.
time. When you think of the rush escort map, you think of Rialto, but second point across that bridge can be quite painful trying to run a rush.
Right. Oh, even first point can be.
The first 2 corners are usually fine for rush. It's just when it gets opened up. As soon as you cross the courtyard, it's once again favored for rush.
Right. Yeah, Havana is pretty wide open too, and
Junkertown as well.
Gibraltar.
Watchpoint or Route 66 might be their best bet if they don't just go straight to Rialto. Watchpoint, if they elect their dive, because I think Whiplash usually goes in when they run dive, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't watch every single game. So it could be a monkey comp for Watchpoint trying that out with Nohoi Manoi onto an Echo or a Genji.
Yes. Would love to see the Genji, the Logan log host Genji gaming.
Wish 6 could also work. Wish 6 really does favor the Hawks more than anything of it, because I do remember the high grounds there are very punishing if you just have Ash set up, especially for second point.
I do like Route 66. We had some good maps on Route 66 on the Kittens, but we couldn't win in overtime that one time.
Unfortunate. Noimino is saying war for swamps. He wants to force war in. The Fortnite man himself.
Do you play the Fortnite game, Connor?
I do not play battle royales at all.
Same.
The
I
only
never
battle
understood
royale,
it.
Only battle royale I've enjoyed was Tab G, which is literally a parody
of the famous PUBG game.
Yeah, just battle royales in general.
I never got into the Fortnite thing.
Also, don't forget to put your points towards the Booney cosplay stream, too, if you have them. No swaps are asked for, so we should be going in here pretty soon. And Route 6 is selected. It'll be dangerous here with these few high guns if Invictus is allowed to get set up on them, though.
Initiating match.
So again, Hawks starting on their defense as they are the higher seed. Probably electing to stick with this double shield and basically run most of the same comp they did on Blizzard World.
Yeah, I think that's a really good comp for them. Although I would like to see different heroes being played, but...
And once again, there it is. As predicted, the dive comp from the Ringers with the Monkey and the Nohoiminoi Genji. Marco onto that Zenyatta. Only ball onto this Ana. And I feel like you can go Zen here over Brig because you don't expect the Hawks to run any sort of dive comp in this case. So you don't really need anything to peel for your Ana.
Right.
The main play here should probably just to farm Nano as quickly as possible, do a few soft dives, and get that Nano Blade online.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
You see the high guns being split, DPS on the right side high ground with the tanks on the top of gas station. Just see how they want to go in here. Trying to go under here, but they scattered out pretty early. Getting a bit of damage in from HP, already up to 20%. That's not a lot. Trying to, once again, just build a little bit of damage. Does decide to jump in, but falls almost instantly. He's also up on this high ground. Doofus engages as well, but both of them fall to the opposite end. High ground. Anyways, Hawks win that fight.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard, I think, for them to dive. They might have to even go around on the right side, maybe.
Perhaps. I feel like the main thing
I would try.
I feel like the main issue there is they didn't synchronize their dive well enough, because Monkey kind of went early and they kind of just staggered in their dive. I feel like if you get the DM on the Monkey jump, it could be a bit better, but you do have Invictus trying to maybe get an early Dynamite flanking around here. But you do see them Jive engaged already, trying to clear up this high ground, but Invictus already left. But he's still over there, he's just inside Dark. You see HV find their on point. HV finds another one as well. Does fall low, but does have land to keep him up. Finds Marco as well. Both supports down. Just D-Mech and finds the Monkey. You just have, oh my goodness, Invictus almost, and HV almost killed Invictus with the arrow into the deflect. Bit worrisome. And the ult build-up is not very fast right now. They're not really playing to build Nano is one of the issues I see.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot for the, for the Ringers. I'm not sure what they have to do.
Trying to push the car a little bit, build a bit of Nano.
Maybe synchronize your dives better, like you said. Oh, there we go.
It's a pretty good dive, but they fall pretty low, so they can't chase too far. Nano is online. They do Dragon off this high ground. They do find 2. Find 3 with Zergling and Nohoiminoi on the back lane, but he does find their Ana. He does get orb and falls pretty low. And it does look like eventually they do get it. I also have Nano Blade online if they try and recontest with, but Only Ball is walking back from spawn. Bob is investing and Dragons are invested from the Hawks, so I don't know if they get really good recontest here with their tanks dying last.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
They,
I don't think they're
yeah.
gonna.
They
contest.
select to play this even higher ground from this point. But they do have the Nano Blade, so if they get it off, it should be pretty easy to take this higher ground and maybe the second point just because of momentum. They do have the flex to trying to deny it, though.
Observe the barrier.
He was trying to set up onto Mega, and maybe synchronize the dive with his Genji as well, force out cooldowns for the Nano Blade. Also Primal as well. There's just so many ults online right now from the Ringers compared to the Hawks. This is just below them, just looking to flank. Victus has decided not to play on top of the roof, just waiting for them to try and go in, but they're getting so much free card progress. Should probably be going in here pretty soon. D.Va's in, the D.Va's demech. There's the Nano Blade. There's the Flux, does get caught, but already finds Raz. And the deflect.
Twos for days.
Deflect onto Invictus, and it's the trans to keep him alive as well. So they do get that fight win, but they did invest all of their ults. They should get this pretty handily. I think they just cap. I don't think they get a recontest. That's three.
I do think they cap as well.
That's 2 fight wins and 2-point caps.
Yeah, I wonder what the Hawks could have done differently. Maybe try to engage the fight earlier.
That's the issue with Double Shield and poke comp is you kind of have to wait for a pick to happen before you can really force anything half the time. And you could have probably dropped both your tanks low ground, but then they kind of just dive your backline and you're not in a position to really peel as well. They're being already aggressive, trying to get Nuttier off this high ground. He does use gold and should live here. Both falls low, but is able to stay alive here. Block's almost online from Fancy, and Dragon's online from HV. Lots of ults coming online from the Hawks. Maybe they can try and win this fight here before any ult is used. Dragon is used, not eaten. So they do back up a bit. No picks found, though.
Interesting choice of the Dragon, I thought.
He tries to go in. He does get punished. He's trying to pressure in. Does have his primal. Just select to use it. Trying to juggle this Sigma away. Back onto the BAP. Just find the BAP. Bob is used as well to try and keep him off. He could sustain up. Bob slept though, and the bomb does catch Raz. And no, still just okay. Uses the blade to kill the Sigma in a single dash. Okay, interesting. Gonna be hard to recontest this without any of your ult. You have both tank ults though. But they have Trans and Nano here as well. Doomfist does use Punch, does get the sleep on the BAP and the cleanup on the BAP as well. Both does fall too. Nuttier though. Goes used as well, but he does fall right after using it. Does look like a pretty good cap time by the Ringers, despite what we said about they're just able to just do so much on these high grounds, but the fights did not really go that well. They were able to get those clean dives, get a few picks, and they were getting progress as players just get staggered out. I think that's the main thing is their tanks always died last, so they were never set up to get a recontest.
Right, yeah, you know, it took the Ringers for a couple tries, but, you know, once they did, they were able to kind of push their way down. I'm not really sure what the Hawks can do. My very limited Overwatch knowledge. I don't know, but I think the Hawks should try to switch it up. At least, I mean, I guess they're on attack now, so they probably will. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should have switched it up earlier.
And see, onto the.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, the issue is I feel like they're probably running plays to their strength. Maybe playing a bit more stacked, or maybe even swapping to Brig could have tried to prevent a few of these engages. Because their main thing is the DPS engage onto the Ringers DPS engage on the Hawks DPS pretty well, and are able to just kill them after the range is like closed. So that's the kind of the main issue. Need to prevent that distance being closed so quickly, or either just try and play more aggressively with your front line, try and not allow the back line of the Ringers to get much value. And you do see the break swap as well, and I'm going to go into the Hawk chat for a comms check after I get alt tab to it.
Around full monkey comp. I'm in far behind.
D.Va, yeah.
I'm going far behind.
Sweet.
Again.
Chris, are you ready?
Zen, Hanzo.
No,
Chris,
not quite. Doom punch. Can we get the Doom?
I'm gonna go on support.
Monkey in. Monkey half.
Zen 1.
Zen.
Got him.
Please call your slams. It's gonna be big.
I did. Kill Doom.
Break global. Diva half.
Monkey half. On a one. Monkey half.
Push him with you.
Yo, they're Briggs alone, isolated.
You see good, and our viewers saw, there's pretty good target calling coming in from both Fancy and Invictus. Invictus kind of caught out here though. He does fall pretty low, gets the Mega, but he gets dash as soon as he gets it. He'll get his recall off, but he might be chased here. Fancy also in their backline. They're so split. They have their Tracer and their Ball in their backline, not able to help their team as they get in here. A bit unfortunate for them. Big slam though. Not quite up the mines. You should have Virtus coming back here with Pulse if they decide to use it. I don't think they want to commit it to this fight, but both supports are all low. Virtus does find Juan. Pulse is committed. They're going to try to zone out this Tracer. You have mines committed as well. Only Ball.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if the mines and the bomb there look like a boss fight. But yeah, aside from that, I think this is a really good comp for the Hawks. You know, with the Tracer and then the Ball. Marco did switch from Zen to Brig.
Once again, just not probably is locking the Zen because they don't really expect a dive comp coming in from them. But you do have Nanoblade online right now. They sort of decide to use it, and they do. Lamp already committed, so it should find them. Logan having issues killing his Brig. Oh no! Oh no! Live on camera?
Genji.
Oh no!
Genji problems.
Oh no! One of those dashes was blocked by LS because of the pole. That is so unfortunate. Sergey does still have his ulti if he wants to hard engage, but I don't think he really wants to commit this here. Maybe though, does get the cap though.
Poor Genji.
Right. Did they catch this Genji here? They do get the slam onto it. Deflect is used. Does dash out. It's only half HP. Does get healed up. The main thing here you gotta watch out for the Hawks is that this is not like the standard comp they usually play. They usually want to try and stay on this poke comp. Fancy swapping onto the Ball as well is definitely interesting for them.
Yeah, I really like it. I've never really seen an Orisa Ball comp before, but it works for them.
Pulse found onto the Brig, so it should be able to be pretty free chasing this backline here. HB does find a couple of them as well. Diva and the Doomfist. And it does look like a pretty solid fight win. But you see, here's the difference. That fight was taken a lot earlier compared to the defense of the Hawks, right? The Hawks are just waiting. They're just waiting for the ringers to go in, which did not really help them too much on attack because they're just able to push payload for so much. But when they have to kind of go in, it favors them a lot more. You do just have Ball and Tracer just casually just doing a bit in the backline before these fights though. Dragon is used, does get off onto the Tiger, and Mine's used as well. Should be able to catch at least a few of them. And it does. Meteor Strike used as well. Just I don't think that really gets anything though. Onto the BAP, almost finds him. Doesn't get him quite. Okay, that punch connects. That makes sense. Got it.
Things. I don't know. I think.
Ooh, pretty much a full comp swap.
Yeah, I like this. I think they really need someone to deal with the dive, the Tracer Ball dive.
Yeah, the comp they swapped to is pretty good at dealing with this dive. They don't have the greatest of poke. Normally, probably gonna swap after he uses his blade, but he does find Invictus early here, so they might want to try and nano in early, try and just get swapped. But they do just back up, so probably won't want to use it now. Fancy does also fall pretty late there. You have Pulse and Rally, as well as Window for the Hawks, but their momentum has halted. They do swap. Swaps are made. Fancy's going hog. He cannot do more. I look for some more swaps. after this as well. Maybe swapping off the Tracer, but UDC get Noimino in the flank. We're gonna wait out that rally. Never mind, does not care. Gets out Lamp. Does he find anything else though? Does not look like it. Genji. That's a character.
His brother difference, you know, the Hanzo character.
Indeed, the pull is onto Bap, does find it, and you do see him swapping off to the Hanzo. Nope, never mind Junkrat. So they gotta be careful of these one-shots coming in. He just trying to hook onto the Sigma, but he's able to just use Craft and get out. But he does fall after. So to try and mark the Junkrat on the flank.
Pretty even time bank right now, I think. They should be able to cap this.
Almost online for the Hawks as they push in here, but there's also a decent amount of ults online for the Ringers, but they're not being committed. And that is a point cap. Almost even time banks, but I'm sorry, the Ringers won the scrim.
They did. Yeah, I think something that, you know, the Ringers probably should have done was probably regrouped for one last fight. It seems like they were kind of in between deciding, you know, whether they wanted to commit or not. But yeah, that was a really good showing by the Hawks. I assume we're gonna see the same comp. Hopefully Marco will go Brig.
I think the Ringers probably stick up Zergy on the Reaper again. They're more fancy selecting, still go on the ball, even though... Oh no, wait, they're still on attack. Okay, I got confused by the colors. Unlucky. So they're probably gonna try a similar setup, but you do have a Reinhardt. Oh, they're holding close. They're gonna try and drain the time bank holding close as much as possible.
Yeah, I think this is really good. I like this strat.
Oh, they're playing in the... Oh, they're just gonna bunker up into that side room because you can contest in that under area. So it's gonna be hard for them to get out. The only thing I really can see here is maybe ball rolling in from behind them to try and boop them out. But that's not really a favorable fight for your team. Oh, no, never mind. They just hide there and then go out. Okay, never mind. I've been baited. Unlucky. Just trying to get in early, trying to get some ult charge, but you gotta be careful of the Mei right clicks. All roll through. All into the BAP, and just almost finds him, but he's forced out. Run onto the horse as well. He's invested in no harm when it does find Invictus. This time bank is being drained pretty quickly as well. Another stagger kill. Gotta be careful here. Just trying to want to drain the resources, play this as slow as possible. But also like not too slow because they only have like a minute, but you know. Not many ults online quite yet. No, I'm gonna or 50% to the Blizzard, which is a pretty big ultimate, especially with nothing to eat it. Oh, Inverter's almost blanked off the map. Oh no. We pull up to 30%. It's being forced up by Tana. Is forced to use Lamp. Be early there. HP does find Zerglin, and the freeze possibly coming onto Nuttier. Nope, the shield's there. Just wanted Fancy also does find the only ball as they try and go in here, and it looks like the close hold will end here. You have dragons as well online, but Mei ult almost online as well. They can kill the Mei. There we go. 40 seconds left as they try and push up. Staggered spawns should allow their Reinhardt to at least get good position if they so decide. They just gotta be careful of this mines and pulse coming in. Probably want to look for a slam pulse if possible. And she is scouted though.
Lots of Qs coming in.
Dragons used early. Lamp invested to keep it up, but that's Lamp and Reaper Wraith gone. And there's all the Qs. They gotta press their Qs. There's only 6 seconds left. And that's a massive bomb. Does clear off most of the mines.
A rally.
Is used as well. Pulse should be used as well. Bap does fall. Trying to maybe get the pulse on the Mei as they go at cryo, but does not find it. Is eaten by Whiplash. He tries to stay alive here, going on the Brig. But, you know, that's a character. Can't really do that too easily. Ryan is back here, looking for a shatter, perhaps. And there it is. Finds, I think, shatter. 3. And that should be a fight win for the Ringers, perhaps, with the Blossom that should secure it.
Round 3 complete.
I don't know what just happened.
Lots of people press Q. Once again, the issue is the Hawks didn't fight first. They keep letting the Ringers go in.
Initiating match.
My small brain cannot analyze that.
I feel like if they
guys.
try and mines earlier, or just pulse earlier to try and get a pick, that might go a bit better for them.
Felt like they maybe could have switched. I mean, they did eventually, stop the hold, but I don't know. Maybe.
And it looks like.
Switch with City.
Attackers
It looks like a close hold will be attempted again, but you do have a TP to try and get around it though. Also with Doomfist, the one-shot potential is there. Only 2 minutes for this as well. So they should probably be scattered up pretty early, because that's kind of what you have to do on this point. HV going for a further high ground.
5, 4,
Trying to... they're being rushed, so it gotta be maybe not as dangerous, but be careful with this GP.
Stop the payload.
Do decide to engage pretty quickly, but I gotta be careful with the Sim Beam as it ramps up. And there's Raz falling already, but Invictus does find Zergling. First one falls, and it does look like this fight will go in favor of the Hawks, maybe? I think it's actually just staggered out, as you do see... I heard a Reinhardt. Oh, there he is. They just died on point. Minute 30 remaining. They gotta try and get back quickly, as this cart is gonna be moving pretty quickly as it rounds these two corners. Poke almost to his shatter, and there's not many ults online for the Hawks, or even close to being online. There, and with this TP, they're able to get this high ground pretty efficiently. Did not take high ground from the Hawks, but you do have HV on this off-angle high ground. Gotta be careful not to be gone on by this Doomfist. Doomfist does fall though, and Only Ball does fall as well. Should be a pretty good fight win, I would hope, but the pin and the shatter as well might be coming in. They'd like not to use it.
On Raz.
At least elect to use the shatter. They should stagger D.Va here. And there's the stagger. Please don't allow HV to die. Okay, good. 40 seconds left. They do still have shatter. They almost have symbol. You have bomb from the Hawks. Noon and window soon as well. Flash also to his bomb himself. But the first thing you want to see is a shatter at least onto one person. You don't need a master shatter. At least one pick will do. He comes out here. She might be able to catch it. Not using it just yet. Wraith is forced. TP onto high ground. Does not find anything. None of yours alone here.
There, no.
Oh, he dies. Doesn't get the off and the spin as well. 6 seconds. Gotta be careful with this bomb though. Sim is beaming. It was used as well as this wall is still up, but it's still falling. No ults left. You do have the faster respawns for the ringers, as Poke still has his shatter as well. Actually trying to stall just as Baby D.Va, but I don't think it's enough, and it looks like we might get a map win for the ringers as well. I'm trying to be cheeky, trying to go around, but he has a touch. He just has his entire team there to shoot at him. Went almost there, but that is another map win for
victory.
The ringers.
That was a really fun map. A lot of different strategies.
Play of the game.
Yeah, I think Nadir getting kind of caught alone. They had to invest the lamp just for him.
Yeah, I feel like the main thing that's different here is the coordination of where everyone wants to be for both of these teams. The ringers are really, really coordinated in how they want to play and where they want to go. And I feel like Nadir is often just left out to dry, as I don't think there's much communication as to where they want to rotate or where they want to kite from the Hawks.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're the weaker brawl team, so to speak. They're more comfortable with the Mercy or the Brig pick over the Lucio, and I think that really showed that map. So yeah, the Hawks have to pick 2 CP, right? 2 CP or
the veto, or so they could go back to hybrid.
True.
They go back to hybrid, probably once again a longer range map, once again. But you show that once the dive of the ringers ain't too bad. You do have the coordination of Zerglin and Noi for Genji and Doomfist just tearing up the backline of the Hawks.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like they should probably go to Numbani. That's a good map for them. Let's see, what other hybrid maps are there? Kings Row.
I don't think you have Kings Row because of how good the rush is from the ringers at this moment in time.
Right. What's another hybrid map? Oh, Eichenwald. That's also kind of another.
The Hawks could
map,
also
right?
still elect to go to a CP if they decide not to veto it.
That is true. I think that Eichenwald would be a good Hawks map. I mean, you can kind of do double shield on defense. I'm not sure about offense.
The issue about Eichenwald, in my opinion, is that the only high ground you can abuse if you're running double shield is his second point.
Right.
And in that case, I feel like Hollywood has more impressive high grounds for first and second point. Numbani also might favor them if they... I don't know about dive, though, for the Hawks. Because they didn't fully commit to a dive comp from the Hawks, which is one of the main issues I see with them going for a full dive map.
Oh, I would also like to see 2 CP. I feel like, I don't know, maybe teams should play 2 CP more.
I mean, there's a reason why 2 CP is not in Overwatch 2.
True. But we're not playing
Volskaya, so they are going to a CP.
This is a good map for them. Lots of high ground.
Not just space to cross.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I would like to see Ward play.
Some BM by marker, perhaps. Wonder what that could mean. Some interesting trivia I've now received is that a #1 seed has never won the Grand Finals of Gopherwatch League, but a 5th seed has won it twice. Those teams being the Boonies and the Boonies from Season 2 and the Muskies from Season 1. You do see War coming in.
That's some. I was not around in Season 2 or 1.
The olden days.
Yeah. I joined in the middle of Season 3. Okay, what about the 2nd seed?
Second seed?
Yeah. The Cantaloupes are 2nd seed, right? Or are they 3rd seed? I think they're 2nd seed.
Let's see. I would go to the website to see, but I think the standings are still kind of glitched. The Pelicans were 2nd seed, right? Yeah, the Pelicans won last season. They were 2nd seed. Were the Golems 2nd seed? I thought the Golems were lower.
I thought they were lower. Well, maybe they were.
I thought it was like the Bilbies were 1. Oh yeah, they were 2nd seed. Because they're okay.
Ready for battle.
Okay, yeah.
The 2nd seed are.
League 2. Wait. What's going on? People cheating? We're cheating in my Gopherwatch League. No way. Yeah, the website's still glitched, unfortunately. Unlucky. Did I put that somewhere? Did I put the bracket somewhere? I did not. Unlucky. Anyways, time for some math, I guess, as we wait to see if they are running a legal comp. Because apparently they don't do that beforehand. Interesting choice.
I think just looking at the SR...
The comp is not legal.
It is not. Who they gotta take out. Would a Hefe in place of Whiplash be legal? Or is that still too high?
That is legal. Yep, there we go. More trivia from the trivia man himself. The first seed has only made it to grand finals twice out of the 4. Wait, twice out of the 4? Oh yeah, because we're not done with season 5 yet. Yeah, the Galactic Water Bears and the Rats. Oh, the Rats, the good old days. When I was still listed as plat on the SR sheet because I didn't play the game a lot.
Wait, but wasn't there a season 0?
There was a season 0, but we don't talk about that.
Okay, so 4 seasons. So
yeah,
far.
4 seasons completed. Season 0, there was no draft, and it was like admin made themes.
I see.
So that season doesn't count.
5, 4, 3.
You see a double shield setup
1.
and a standard rush setup. Probably once again, just let's try and TV these high grounds.
Now this is the comp I like.
All right, season 0, number 1 and 2 seed made it, but 2 won. So yeah, all right.
Let's see if they rotate correctly.
Yeah, these high grounds are just being swapped out as quickly as possible. But God's just trying to pressure these resources from the ringers as they try and walk up. But the TP does go into their Torbjorn. They gotta be careful. He just gets ran over, and 2 are found very quickly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think there's what you can do about playing against a sim with this comp, right?
I mean, you just gotta be watching for it and shoot and set up to destroy TP or just to kill them as they come out TP so they don't get the full 6 through it. And also, Junkrat's great at that because you can put a trap or just anything there. You just put the trap there, you can put a conch there, and it kind of just rolls them. But you do see
very quick cap for the ringers.
Yeah, and you do see both swapping and break swap as well. I would rather them stay Mercy, I guess, for Doomfist maybe. But I feel like Mercy on a Blind Magician is still kind of good here. They do. They're setting for a TP around left. They are. They're just going to TP around left, but I don't think they take a looser. Just try and boop these TPs. You do see them once again engage, and they're not really backing that much. Doomfist is already in, but he does fall pretty quickly. So, and they're trying to drain these resources. Hefe does probably go in. The pin as well onto something. I don't know where it went, but you do have none of your fall. And Brig and War trying to fight the Reiner on point. Might not be the best decision, but you do see HV once again find a few more picks, and the DMEC as well.
HV popping off.
Disengaging though, gotta be careful, because this character can just kill everything, but he decides to leave.
That was a really good, cool strat. I thought they had definitely had a chance, a missed opportunity to maybe at least, you know, get a tick. But HV just doing Junkrat things.
Yep. The main thing to keep in mind, there's pretty good ults set up right now for the Hawks. But once I feel like you just want to try and get a tire or just anything set up for when they TP. Windows used, Flux used as well. Catches a few of them, but the beat is used in response. They gotta make sure they don't let them get too much car progress. But Fancy does fall into their team. Tires used as well. Does find anything? No, it's looking for something, but you just saw circling, just doing a lot. Just get none of your onto high ground. Bomb finds Withering as well. Here goes Zerglin trying to fight Junkrat in a small room, but that doesn't end up too well for him. And you do see Invictus touch, but it does not look like it's gonna be very good, and that's gonna be a massive time bank for the Ringers.
Yeah, I thought the lamp and the beat coming out at the same time would hurt the Ringers, but looks like the tire didn't connect, and just a lot of Qs again. Too fast. This game is too fast for my small brain.
I feel like that's just a lot of good coordination from the Ringers, but because they're just closing the distance so efficiently, and the rotations are just not there from the Hawks.
Right. They look really good. At least they had a really good comp setup, with the double shield, and but they just couldn't get the rotations down after the sim TP. So
Invictus swapping onto Pharah, maybe looking for a bit more spam. Fancy onto the Hog as well. Nuttier on the Sig. Should be interesting to see how this plays off. I feel like with this Mei pick, the Ringers are expecting more of a standard comp. But with this Pharah, they can just go around everything. It might be pretty good for the Hawks here.
yeah, this Fancy on the Roadhog they can't do more.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
It should be scouted pretty quickly, and that might swap how they want to play this. Just get a few. Should just try and look to spam. Maybe find a lucky pick. Does get a few directs, but not anything yet. As you do have Logan falling very low, and you Fancy already in on the opposite end. Does find one already. Finds two. You've seen Invictus trying to get in here. Does get find the D-Mech. Should find the Reinhardt as well. And there you go. The random swaps that you probably don't expect going very well for them.
I am on fire. Now show them. Entering area. Justice is done. Any resistance will be dispensed.
The damage boosted Ana just absolutely rolls Invictus. There's no way.
Big res.
And once again,
slightly bigger time bank for the.
For the time being, you do see Nahoyman swapping over to this Echo, trying to deal with this pharmacy in the sky. But once again, these picks are just going in favor of the Hawks here with this random comp change. Be careful here. Nahoyman trying to take this duel, but he doesn't have his Mercy with him. And it just pretty good progress right now. Invictus with his barrage already might be able to find something. Does get the Ana. Doing used as well. Does find another one. Needs to try and prevent this res. Does get one shot, two shots. Does fall. Just be careful because it's just this Hog left. She did fall as well. It looks like they have ball to contest, but might be able to stop it. No, ball gets there at the last second at 99.8%. Gonna kill his ball and look for the Doomfist punch. This is gonna be really dangerous. Now is used, and it does find it, and they won the scrim.
Two CP things.
Score 2-2. Switching.
I don't know what to say. Just Pharah, Hog.
I mean, the ability is the main issue that I think Invictus ran into when he's playing Ashe is he's on the ground. He's kind of easy to go on. But in the air, it's only D.Va that can really deal with him, and the ability of his team to play a lot more separate from kind of where he wants to set up just denies their ability to rush. Because what are you going to run on there as the Ringers, right? There's nothing really to run on because the Hog's already behind you. There's a Pharah above you, and everyone else is playing super far back.
Yeah, Marco did end up switching to Mercy, but he kind of got picked off early. And then so Logan didn't really have the Mercy pockets fight Pharah. But this is interesting. on defense with the Mercy Mara combo. And it looks like the ringers are staying the same.
Should be interesting because, I mean, it worked once, I gotta try it again. Interesting they go in with Sim here rather than a Pocket Echo.
But they're playing entirely different.
I mean, they're
like the Hawks comp is like.
They're just kind of just gotta look for this TP and spam into the TP as it comes out. But they've elected to swap. They don't want to play against. They don't want to play against a Pharah with their comp. And they do see the Pocket Echo. And a cast as well. So this Pharah should be dealt with pretty well with their comp. Just gotta be careful of this Reaper.
No, this is a good switch. I like it.
HV should really just be looking to try and spam out their monkey as they engage as much as possible. So they go in, is trying to pretty pressure it out, but Withering is forced out on this Moira. Here is backed as well. Falls pretty low, but you don't really have the healing of an Ana because you have limited healing resource. Invictus almost does fall, but the time bank is being drained pretty efficiently. The tanks do fall pretty low. You do have Nuttier diving in pretty far. I think that's a bit too far for him. But you do have Invictus fine too, off the back of it, and the barrage as well, but he dies during it.
Oh.
The res! The res! Does find it, and they don't stagger the Ana, but they do get to stagger the D.Va. Oh, the boop doesn't find it, but oh, he does jump off anyways. Okay. You do have Barrage. You don't have Barrage. You have Coalescence. Should be able to pressure out the Echo if they decide to use it like that. But the main thing you're gonna be watching out for Invictus at least, is this high noon. If he jumps up a bit too high, he could just be nooned off. You do see the Echo engage, but he does find him at 1 HP. And Ward trying to go for the res does not find it. Coalescence is used after the fact, though. Noon is used as well. Should be able to catch the rest of them. There should be a point cap for the Ringers. HV is looking for maybe a little bit more ult charge, just only time bank a little bit, but not enough. You have 3. You almost have 4 ults coming into this next fight. In response, you really only have Bomb and Valk, and perhaps. You also have HVs, but you do think you get Invictus swapping onto the Ashe, trying to pressure out this Echo, but he has dupe, it won't matter too much.
Yeah, are you looking copy? Oh, D.Va, interesting copy.
Trying to get onto Invictus here, trying to force him out. Valk is used, the Blossom is used as well, but it's just mostly DM'd, and he has slept after the fact. Bomb is used, the dupe bomb is used. Might be squanched here. No, not quite. We're going for the res. Gets stunned out of it though. HV is still alive on point though.
Winnable.
I don't know. It looks like the Ringers will get this. Nuttier does come back with his primal, but he gets slept. He does get it off though. The noon might force him out. He's kind of stuck in this one small corner. 1 tick is gained by the Ringers. Nano is used onto Monkey as well. Might be able to cleave these people off, as you do have Lucio to touch. And Tracer all falls as well, and it looks like they will get another cap. Two CP, 2 CP, 2 CP.
Yeah, that was a really good engage on point 2 with the Mercy Valk. Interesting copy by Logan onto the D.Va. I'm not an Echo player, so that's probably the right play, but I don't know. I probably would have copied the Reaper because I'm a bad DPS, so what do I know?
You're fine, you're fine. The basically copying D.Va there has 2 D.Vas, right? So you can have your other D.Va in Hefe able to like mark one of their DPS, and then you have Logan able to just mark Invictus. And Bomb is such a good zoning ult anyways, so if you get it, you can just zone off point for so long.
It's true.
You do see the same comp they ran out before on their attack, but you do see Logan on his Echo as well, trying to mark this Pharah more so. And Reaper perhaps also try and mark Fancy's Hog.
What if Zergling played Pharah too? He just went double air.
I would cry.
I know, you don't like the Pharah.
I think Reaper's usually better here because you get more pressure for their... You have more follow-up with your Monkey's dives. And more pressure onto the enemy tanks.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Just have Logan starting pretty far back here as Invictus tries to spam in. You do have HV on this cast, trying to pressure out the Pharah, maybe, or the Echo maybe a little bit. Hawks do move inside already. As they try and maybe get some space for this Pharah to get some work done. But you do have Fancy find one, but the res might come off. It does. Fancy might be able to find another one here, and Logan tries to chase and falls. And they're able to probably take this point pretty quickly. Careful not to stagger too much. No picks on their side. You do have pretty good ult charge for the Hawks if they come in here, and you do have Zergling off the Reaper onto the cast.
Yeah, lots of ults coming. Well, half the ults coming in for the, for the Hawks. I think, they should definitely have an advantage. Try to go for an early engage and see if, they can snag the second point.
It's a pretty good time already, but you just be careful. Especially specifically for poke on this monkey, gotta be careful not to get cut off by this hog. And you have Logan going pretty aggressively, but does not find the Pharah. And there is a hog somewhere. I heard the hook. I don't know what it hit. You have a lot of people trying to mark out this Pharah, trying to deny the space. They're trying to zone off the hog, but I think he might fall because to this. Nuttier is antied on the opposite end of the map. They're just reclaiming their space. Ults are building up. Logan almost his ult, and you do have a nano for this Echo if they decide to use it. Fancy might be cut off here, though. He's got the Mega. He uses Whole Hog in the small room. He is nanoed. But there's just a DM there. Qs are being pressed.
Whoa.
Qs are being pressed. Does fall. Sleep is landing on someone. Gotta try and get this on a person touching. You do have Zergling swapping off onto the Tracer. Logan almost to this dupe. Don't know how much you can really do. Oh, he just
give them a tick or two.
Push them off, guys. Make sure this res doesn't get off. They do get it. Bomb is on point. There's no shields there. Oh, there's shield. Just come in just a second. Maybe with this bongo. But you still have Doomfist coming in as well with a dupe. Bongo is fell. But the picks are still going pretty heavily in the favor of the Hawks. But the hook onto Fancy from the dupe does fall. He almost falls, but he stays up, and they will look like they might cap with time. Never mind, they're still stalling. Careful of the Rhine pin. It catches Invictus. No, that's not resible. Okay, that's scary. This is no way.
Oh wow.
There's no way.
What a hold.
You can hear a few staggers, but you have Barrage here as well. Try and maybe clean it up. Does not die during it. Stays alive just barely. Gotta find a way to kill this ball. They do get it, but you still have Doomfist coming back once more. There he is. Shoot him. No way. Now Moira's back on point.
Weathering was doing work before they got
and now they're, oh my goodness. Dune from main. Mercy is back to keep this far up and alive. Finds two from... Oh my goodness. This is just chaos. I'm hitting so many F keys. I'm stopping so many POVs. I'm so lost. They don't cap with time. No way.
Wow. What just happened? What just happened?
Pain.
I felt like the Hawks should have won that.
It's focus fire. It's focus fire, and they also kind of just had the Doomfist come back and the Reinhardt come back. The Rhine pinning someone is kind of just... Oh my goodness.
Withering doing work though on those Ana heals. Didn't get pick off until Zergling with that Doom punch. Felt like if they could have lived, they probably could have gotten that point, but we will see.
We are seeing about 2 more rounds, maybe 5 more rounds. You never know. 8 CP. And sticking with this Pharah comp as well.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, looks same comp, right? Or was Zergling on the Cassidy? No,
Zergling keeps swapping from Doomfist to Gas and Reaper so far, I believe, on this map.
So it looks like the same comp.
Once again, just trying to abuse the height advantage that these flying characters give. The Humanoid is trying to hard mark Invictus, but they're just getting a lot more value elsewhere, I think.
Thanks for the assist.
Only a minute now as well. This could be make sure they don't get picked off early here. There's nothing really to punish positioning all that much except for maybe Ana, and that is a DC. Oh no, never mind. That is a spectator DC. I got really scared. All the engage already. Doomfist is, or Echo is found by Invictus, but the res onto it. Oh my goodness, I am so lost. Oh, but the picks. The picks, I don't know what's going on because I'm stuck on the POV. Oh no.
Really pick on the Mercy and Bafara.
I looked away from the majority of the team for 1 second to try and get a POV, and everyone just died.
10 seconds remaining. Objective lost.
Anyways, Victus almost has his barrage here. Gotta be careful. Maybe he can get an early pick on those Doomfists. Just maybe. No, I can't really risk it. Should better get this spam damage in though. If I can get an early pick, maybe just force out res. But you do have a Nano Monkey engage here. If they so choose to use it, maybe Nano Echo. Just should look to try and barrage here before they can get their ults off. There is the Nano. Looking to get the barrage onto music. Does get it. Only gets one though. Try and get this far before okay, there we go. Okay. We won't get 8 CP. Maybe. Never mind. Monkey Primal. It's winnable. Never mind.
Round 5 complete.
Anyways.
Score.
Winnable?
4.
For who?
Winnable.
The spectators? I think the spectators lost a long time ago as soon as 2 CP was selected.
Hey, it's free Overwatch if this is a tie.
Oh no. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Unlucky.
Oh no. Not again. Alright.
Yeah, I really thought the Rings had a good chance, but Invictus kind of
bashed. Oh no, they're TP Bastion. Oh no.
Blew things up.
Oh no, they're not gonna expect that, and it's gonna be really hard to play into, especially with. I mean, they still can if they get a far boop off their tank's high ground. That could be big. Then they have no shields for the Bastion. Could be a bit risky because they're probably just gonna do it on the 2 high grounds, right? No, they're gonna start here and TP where? I think the main play here should be to just God, what are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. I guess did they just drop below?
No, they just
That's
look for a
pretty hard to
they have a
hit
retreat
area.
DP.
Defend objective A.
They should be scattered up pretty quickly by Invictus though. So you do see it. You should just look for a boop to try and get their tanks off high ground as soon as possible. The shields fall pretty quickly to as far damage. Look for a boop though. It gets blocked, I think. Hard flanking on the off angle, but the Bastion finds Invictus. That's their main thing to try and get this off, but you do have the Sigma fall off high ground. And you do have them retreat and break TP. Sleep onto the Bastion, but you do have Invictus coming up pretty quickly on his barrage. Maybe looking for a boop here, because they are pretty close to the ledge. The bit's a massive anti onto point though. Fancy flanking, but he's not able to find anything. His TP even further back.
I always get my friend.
And they're just gonna be trying to look for either a boop on their team, but that is a window on point, but there's a blind spot that they can test with, and you do have their Orisa drop to try and test it, and there's the barrage. Does find a few of them, is able to stay alive during it. Let's try and just kill the rest of them on point.
They had such good rotations too, and just
they do
didn't
lose
see the bar coming around.
Is res. You do almost have tank form, and not. You have Nano on the side of the Hawks, and also Valk. never mind. That's a few swaps. Hog swap, trying to maybe get them off guard with the cast swap as well. 30 seconds remaining. Just quickly drawing down.
Who do you nano here as the Hogs? The Roadhog?
I think you're Nano Pharah.
HP? Pharah?
He's actually nowhere to be nanoed, and he's dead. Okay.
Goodbye.
Or he's gonna try and get
Probably
out
nano
here.
HP next, right?
I think you nano or tank for sustain. He almost has his whole hog, and there it is. It should melt both tanks and should get the BAP as well. Careful of this echo in the backline with those right clicks, and that is a map win for the Hawks, and we're going to a map 5.
Let's go. Fun map. Another fun map.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. I wish I could send you some food.
I got some
Look at
microwave
this.
meal I can make after this. It's fine.
Triple kill.
Question is, where do they go? My guess is Legion because everyone goes Legion. But then I feel like you can run into the Pharah more. But once again, you have Logan on the Echo. It's able to still counter the Pharah a bit, but I think the main issue is Logan's focusing too much onto the Pharah and not enough on actually getting kills elsewhere. Whereas Enriches is able to focus not on the Echo and the rest of his team.
I feel like they should go Ilios.
Ilios? The funny boops?
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
With the... You know, their Lucio is stronger, I think. The ringers, at least.
Do have a bio break. So, in this moment, I will remind everyone to make sure you vote for your MVPs and Hall of Fame candidates, along with, if you are interested in next season of... No, in the watch party, make sure you fill out the interest form for yada yada. I think there's a raffle or something. There's also an interest form for next half season of Gopherwatch League. We're doing a season 5.5, I believe. So you can also sign up for, put your input on that as well. But I think in the meantime, I'm also going to get some water, and I'm going to replay the videos really quick for those who didn't see them. Hello everyone, welcome back. Oasis is the next map. Just to see how this will play out, because I feel like you can force brawl on a pretty good amount of these maps, just favor the ringers pretty handily. But honestly, you can play ball comps in a lot of these as well. So it will be interesting to see how this goes, in which favor in this map 5 semifinals against the St. Michael Hawks and the Rialto Ringers.
Oasis is an interesting map. Because really only one is brawl, right? And the other two are
traditionally yes, but you can still play brawl on this map, Gardens, to clear high ground. Just a lot of times a ball comp is often played here, or a dive comp. This map is pretty much, you can go whatever. It's just, if you play brawl, there's only really one way to play it, and to try and take high ground.
Right. Yeah, so that's why I thought it was kind of an interesting choice, but it seems like...
I mean, it's the Ringers pick, so it does favor their playstyle a bit more.
Ready for battle.
I don't know, I just thought they were going to pick him.
You do see that ball comp, and I said before, once again, with the horse. I would rather see them run Sigma, though, in my opinion, rather than a horse. Bit more self-sustain, I would think, and you can poke out a bit more against this rush. But it will be interesting to see how this goes.
Nadir really plays Sigma.
I think he plays it a bit, and I think also you see Nohoi on the cast, probably expecting a Farah pick.
Capture the objective.
Do you see them rolling out? Fancy sees where they're going, sees it what they're gone, calling it out. And the issue here is the speed, and you do see Nuttier positioning main. Just trying to force point here, as Fancy will probably be going in here pretty soon, looking to get a boop off high gun. Does get the vap off high gun, but we get him up, and this rush just once again just running them over. And they find the BAP, lamp is forced, and pretty solid fight win by the rush. The issue here is you just gotta kind of space out your, for the Hawks, you kind of just have to space yourself out, not be in that little dead zone that they can just speed on top of you, so you can give your ball and Tracer time to set up and go in. I don't think they really gave that space. So you're kind of just waiting on your timer with the ball and Tracer.
Alright, we have switch. Nadir onto the Winston. And what they're in switch too, right? From the map.
Indeed. You see the slam onto high gun, does not hit anything. You do have the punch coming in, hits nothing. Does possibly get out, but does fall eventually. You do have Nuttier falling as well. Fancy has to get a Mega to come back, and this fight is still favoring the Ringers as this comes in. Cap almost flips. Can they get the BAP? Diva does peel. I wouldn't find the BAP quite yet. Trying to chase off these supports. You do see Victus cleaning up the kill. Fancy does fall quite low though. Might get cut off by that, but Doomfist doesn't look at him, so he doesn't get him. Slam is well committed. As you see, Victus using the pulse does stick the Reinhardt. Able to find a lot here. Bomb is used to get up a bit more percent. Zerglin almost gets his ult, but does not quite get it, and above 65% after for one single cap is not anything to scoff at. The issue here is now the high ground should be in control of the Hawks as they push in here, and you should be able to get some good engages from your ball as they try and as the Ringers. I can't get my teams right today, I am sorry, as the Ringers try and take this high ground. Probably looking for a mines slam.
Ringers have a lot of ults, so
they do.
They have a good chance to.
They probably want to rally this early if they want to try and win this fight, though. The sponge coming in does not find anything quite yet. And that is a shatter, and that is a lot of death. There's the mines, but it's late. They already crossed that. And he does find the Hoimanoi, though. Nuttier does have his primal if they choose committed. They do. They just gotta make sure they stay on point so they don't give the flip. They get the flip.
Yeah, press Ras and rally for that engage.
Once again, it's just alt usage. They're not ulting early enough for the Hawks. It's been the same thing for this entirety of the series. They just need to ult more proactively, because you know they're gonna engage.
They have they do have a few ults to retake the point, but
there's a rally now. Ball should look trying to get someone booped up high gun. There is the window. Does get him off. They can't really use the window now. I knew this used as well. Does not find anything though. You see Invictus trying to 1v1 Nohimanoy in the backline. Do have Marco finding HV and Raz falls as well, but the trades are coming slowly in the favor of the Hawks, I feel. Where they're able to stay alive here for as long as possible. But the Shatter does find the entirety of their team. Mines is used as well, but 2 picked. You see Invictus and Candy trying to get him up, but the beat is there as well, as you do have HV just behind him, just putting in a bit of damage. They gotta make sure they don't C9 though. They almost get it. They do have poke fall very low. HV just trying to stay alive. He has his healing field. He's not pressing his E button. He uses it eventually, but they don't get back on point. That's a bit risky. I feel like if there's any comp to run any map to run the ball comp on, it would be this one. And they just didn't use their ults very well.
Right, yeah, just another missed opportunity for the Hawks. Do you think, you know, if they had rally, they would have had a good chance to?
I don't know if rally just keeps them up there fully because they did get the Shatter, but I mean, if you want to commit to the fight, you might just have to know what you want to use, because I feel like they're never rallying early enough to have the armor build up, and I feel like if you maybe rally there and mines as they walk in instead of after they walked in, you might have a chance in that fight. You do see them mirroring, not quite the ball, you do see far back out for Invictus as Lund with this Junkrat to try and maybe predict a TP play, but it's not, it's just Mei. Hopefully they can keep their Rhino alive long enough to try and keep pressure on this, as Lamp is used early. There's a lot of splash damage coming in here, but a lot of it might be eaten by Hefe. You're trying to punch in, but they gotta be careful of these punches. They're just going in. They do get one in Zergling, and they do get a few trades, as it does look like it's going in favor of the Hawks.
Boosters engaged. Double kill. Operating at maximum efficiency.
And that is a reset, and there's the swaps. You do have off the Doomfist onto the Cass, and maybe some more slots. Does Logan's decide to stay on the Mei? He does swap to Ashe, not Pocket right. Nope, Soldier. So double hit scan. There's a decent amount of vertical mobility here. It doesn't need to really play too risky. And okay, never mind. They just walk through and double tap him. They do use the window here to try and pressure them out, so they can't. They at least can stall a bit of time. You see Shatter used, doesn't find anything quite yet, and they gotta make sure they mark these DPS at the left off angle. We're trying to look in here. Prince does have bomb if he decides to use it. Pyre is almost online as well. You just have Poke just running it down. Does get counterpinned. He has a Shatter as well. He decides to use it here. Point is flipped and Ryan does fall. Bomb finds nothing though. You do have Invictus coming back with Barrage, and he does die to the hit scans, and Beat is used as well. I don't think we can really win this. You still have Tyre if they decide to fight further. They do invest Tyre after the Reinhardt falls though. And the Tyre dies. What is going on? I feel like the communication for the Hawks just isn't there, and they're stabbing further into this fight with that res. Goodbye.
Yeah, I didn't really get why HP Tyre missed. He's switching? Okay, maybe not.
I think he thought it was winnable, but the ult buildup from the Ringers, they have 5 ults. I feel like Invictus needs to play a bit more cover. You can't just fly in the open as much with this double hit scan. There is a bomb committed. Does it catch anything? Lamp is used. Does find HV and the barrage from that far away. They do find the Reinhardt, but I don't know. They gain a few, so they might actually no. Never mind. It did enough damage, but it's just Nuttier left, and they don't have the respawns. 55% in counting for the Ringers in this map point. Still both DPS ults online for the Ringers. Victor swaps over to the Ashe, but that's not going to do much in a brawl. Do have Shatter from Nuttier. Window as well. I think they want to Valk early here if they can. Just Valk now if you want to, so you can try to get some sustain as you push in. Those used instead. Ryan shield broken. They gotta make sure they keep pushing. Look for the Shatter if you can. There's a Shatter. Does find the tanks and the Baptiste. Noon is used as well from an alternative angle, but the swings, he's just trying to keep the Baptiste, your Reiner alive, but the lamp is broken and he does fall. HV on the flank, I believe, up to high ground, is being pushed out by Hefe. Maybe get it in favor of them. Okay, they do get the cap. Gosh! The comp that is being ran by the Hawks.
Long fight.
The comp being ran by the Hawks is not really the most conventional, but I think it's just hopping to comfort for at least Invictus, maybe? I don't really know. Do have, and back to a full brawl. So now that they know they have no fire to deal with, they can make the quick swaps to a Doomfist and a Reaper to try and just melt Nuttier. Bob is almost online as well.
Being engaged properly.
Beat is used, and it should just be able to run down Nuttier, and you do see that. Invictus does find music, and Bob is committed as well. Remake is achieved, but the cap is in favor, but you do see Invictus able to clean it up. As long as they don't see 9. Please do not 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 see 9. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Reaper's just able to just outpace him ever so slightly. They do have the respawns. This could still be lost. Pyre does come in. Does it find anything? Either on button. Does find the Baptiste, but the bomb is used in the backline. Does find the Shatter. Doesn't find anything, but is just zoning them off, and it does look like this is not looking the greatest for the Hawks here.
It's not, no.
As it looks like it will be the Ringers taking out the Cantaloupes in the grand finals tomorrow at 8 p.m. CDT.
Victory.
Ooh, that was a fun round though. Some of the maps could have gone either way, especially with Bobskaya and even with 66. Some fun comps. We got to see Bastion. Yeah, I think ultimately the Ringers just had a better team, especially with their brawl composition.
I feel like it was just, a lot of it was coordination ult usage. I feel like the Hawks ult usage just was not coordinated half the time.
Yeah.
But
MVP.
We do get to pick an MVP, and for me it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I believe
it
should be Poke, in my opinion.
Which one? But Poke was the Ryan, right?
Yeah. Just kind of just able to just run over their team with all of that coordination. So I think if we can get Poke in for an interview.
Let's do it.
I think we can get him in trios. So move to trios, Chad. We can maybe do an interview there. Hello, MVP of the match, Poke.
Me?
Oh my goodness, you were very loud. That hurt my ears. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my bad. I'm at my grandma's house.
I see that.
Ooh.
But you were kind of just able to just press W and out-coordinate the Hawks. How, from your point of view, how did the comms help with you able to just rotate so successfully?
Well, okay. So, my mic has been working like 50% of the time. So, when I wasn't calming, Logan picked it up, so I gotta shout out Logan for that. But it was mainly just Logan and Marco calling rotations. Let me go in, because I couldn't.
I mean, it seemed like it worked out very well for you.
I mean, yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Kind of able to just run over the Hawks a lot of the time, not allow Invictus to get a whole lot of value in long fights. Do you got any questions, Paige? I kind of don't got much.
Oh yeah, we can always ask that. If you weren't MVP.
Yeah, I was gonna see if you had anything else other than that though.
How's your grandma?
How's my grandma?
Yeah.
Grandma.
Is she gonna respond?
Grandma.
Well, that's really lovely.
All right.
That your review will get set up at your grandma's place so you can play tonight. So shout out to your grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma real MVP. Yo, can we change the MVP to Poke's grandma?
Actually true.
Well, I guess let's ask the big question. If you weren't MVP, who on your team do you think deserves it?
So they gotta be on my team?
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to nominate your grandma, I guess that works too.
Yeah, I think my grandma's the real MVP.
You heard it here first. The grandma poke is carrying the ringers.
For real.
Actually, I do have one question now that I think of it. How do you think your matchup against the Cantaloupes is gonna go?
Honestly, I have no idea. I got zero clue.
Understandable.
We're gonna have to workshop that one, I think.
Well, congratulations on your win. Good luck in the grand finals tomorrow.
Thank you. Tomorrow, say hi to your grandma for me.
I will.
All right, and I think that'll be it for us on the cast. Thank you all for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow. You will be blessed by the presence of Ali Alligator and Booney for that cast. So get ready for that. And I have been Fedora Master for your cast and production, joined here by Paige. I wish you all a good night.